There's been a lot of talk and hate about Windows 11, obviously, because for the most part, people are mad that there's the hardware requirements that if you have Windows 10, you can't upgrade to Windows 11 even if you wanted to. And then, of course, there's a bunch of controversy about Windows 11 and bloatware and slop AI stuff getting shoved in there. But
Microsoft simply wants you to get rid of your perfectly functional laptop, but the reason behind this is weird. The company recently announced that 400 million perfectly functional personal computers have become obsolete.
What the heck, Microsoft? What are you doing with Windows 11? Not 2 days ago, I made this video about how Microsoft said if you don't have the right hardware for Windows 11, too bad, so sad. It's a non-negotiable for now and forever. But before we could even release that video, they walked back that completely. Their requirements aren't non-negotiable, and you can use Windows 11 without the TPM chip. They just highly discourage it. It's not recommended, and they'll give you a little badge of shame, a watermark that tells you your PC is inferior. Turns out the pressure of millions of PCs not qualifying for 11 is a powerful peer pressure mechanism.
They want you to believe this is e-waste, junk, a doorstop. So you'll march into Best Buy and drop $800 on a shiny new Windows 11 machine stuffed with more spyware than a Cold War embassy. But here's what they won't tell you. This laptop runs fine, boots fast, browses the web, edits documents, streams video. It does everything 90% of people need a computer to do. So why does Microsoft want it in a landfill? And one word can explain that. TPM. TPM 2.0. A chip most people have never heard of, is now the velvet rope between you and the Windows 11 nightclub.
Can it run Windows? Oh, hi, I'm Sam Tucker from Microsoft. And you know, ever since we announced Windows 11, people have been complaining about its astronomical system requirements.
That's ridiculous. I'm not using this thing.
Which is weird because we intentionally skipped over that during the presentation. What's that? You'd like to see our system requirements? Okay, how about I just show you the door? Okay, so the biggest requirement is the need for a TPM2 chip, which is basically a little piece of hardware that makes really good encryption keys that keeps your system secure.
Microsoft calls it a security feature. I call it what it is, a hardware ransom note, co-signed by Intel, AMD, and every laptop manufacturer who wants to sell you something you don't need.
what is the deal with the requirements? Why do you have to buy a new computer when you upgrade to Windows 11 in some cases? It's probably not what you think, and it's not some big cash grab from Microsoft. It's not like they really even care, I think, about the money they would make from the extra sales.
Let's talk about what's really happening. 400 million PCs. Let that land for a second. That's not a rounding error. That's more computers than the entire population of the United States. Stack them up, and you've got an e-waste mountain taller than Everest, and about as toxic. Every one of those machines has lithium batteries, rare earth metals, lead solder, and cadmium screens. Materials ripped from mines in the Congo and Chile. Materials that poison rivers and collapse tunnels to reach your desk. And Microsoft wants them in a dumpster because they're missing a chip. Now here's where it gets insulting. Pull up Microsoft's sustainability page. Go ahead, I'll wait. You'll find buzzwords like carbon negative by 2030 and circular economy plastered everywhere. Press releases about planting trees and powering data centers with wind. Meanwhile, in the real world, they just mass condemned enough functional silicon to fill 800,000 shipping containers. That's not a circular economy. That's a revolving door between your wallet and a landfill. And the hardware makers? They're not victims here. They're co-conspirators. Intel, AMD, Dell, HP, Lenovo. They all benefit when you're told your 3-year-old machine is garbage. They set the spec. They gate-kept the chip. They manufactured the need. This is an innovation. It's coordinated obsolescence wearing a sustainability badge. Now, let's say you do buy the new machine. Let's say you hand over the $800. What do you actually get? You get Recall. For those who haven't heard, Recall is Microsoft's newest feature that takes a screenshot of your screen every few seconds. Your banking, your medical records, your private messages, your browsing at 2 a.m., all of it captured and stored locally so an AI can help you find things later. They pitched it as a productivity tool. Security researchers called it a pre-installed surveillance rig, and they were right. Then there's Copilot, bolted to the taskbar, bolted into the start menu, bolted into Edge, into Office, into the File Explorer. You didn't ask for it. You can't fully remove it. It's just there, nudging you toward Microsoft's cloud, Microsoft's search engine, Microsoft's AI. And underneath all of that, telemetry. A constant, silent river of data flowing from your machine to Redmond. What apps do you open? When you open them, how long have you used them? Your hardware specs, your network details, your location. You can turn some of it down. You can never turn it off completely. This is the machine they want you to upgrade to. This isn't an operating system. It's corporate slop wearing a desktop skin. And every toggle, every dark pattern, every recommended setting is designed to erode one thing: your digital sovereignty. You used to own your computer. Now your computer reports on you. But what if it didn't have to be this way? Meet your divorce lawyer. Her name is Linux. She's been around for 30 years, she's free, and she does not care about your TPM chip. I know what some of you are thinking. Linux is for hackers. Linux is for nerds who live in terminals. That was true in 2005. Is not true today. Let me show you something. This is Linux Mint XFC running on the same laptop Microsoft called a paperweight. Look at this. Desktop icons, a start menu, a file manager, a web browser. It looks like a computer because it is a computer. Boot time, 12 seconds. RAM usage at idle, 400 megabytes. That's less than a single Chrome tab on Windows 11. This 10-year-old laptop isn't just surviving, it's thriving. And Mint isn't the only option. Zorin OS Lite was built specifically for machines like this, hardware that Windows abandoned. It looks polished, runs light, and a first-timer can navigate it without cracking a manual. Or go full featherweight. Anti-X. Puppy Linux. Distros so lean they'll resurrect hardware from the Obama administration and make it feel snappy. Here's the part that should make you angry. A 16-year-old desktop running Linux will outrun a brand new Windows 11 machine in daily tasks. Not because the old hardware is magic, because Windows 11 is bloated beyond recognition. It's drowning in telemetry demons and Copilot processes and advertising frameworks that eat your CPU alive. Strip all that away. Give the machine an OS that respects it. And suddenly, obsolete hardware performs like it just left the factory. You don't have an old computer problem. You have a Windows problem. And the fix takes 20 minutes and a USB stick. Here's where we are. Microsoft wants your PC in a landfill. And me, I want it on your desk. 400 million machines. Not broken, not slow, not dangerous. Just inconvenient for a company that needs you on the subscription treadmill. So here's what I want you to do. 1. Drop a comment below. Tell me the age of your current machine. Tell me if Microsoft stamped it unsupported. I want to see the graveyard they're trying to build. 2. If you've got an old machine collecting dust in a closet, don't throw it away. Download Linux Mint or Zorin OS. Flash a USB drive. Give that machine 20 minutes and a second chance. I'll put links to every distro I mentioned in the description. 3. Share this video. Not for me, for the person in your life who's about to spend $800 because a pop-up told them their computer is at risk. That pop-up is a sales pitch, not a security warning. We didn't ask for this fight. But the moment a trillion-dollar corporation decided that our hardware has an expiration date, they made it our business. Your machine, your choice, your desktop, not theirs. If this is your first time here, I make videos about taking your tech back from the companies that think they own it. Hit subscribe if that sounds like your kind of fight. This video right here walks you through a full Linux install, step by step, zero experience needed. And this one breaks down every piece of spyware baked into Windows 11 and how to gut it. See you in the next one.